What's up, squad? It's your Squid, aka the Anxious Squid, here at Anxious Squid Productions. These guys are my patrons. Please consider becoming one. There's a link in the description. This video is called NASCAR 1998 Tiregate Controversy. I'll probably just write Tiregate. You'll know what that means. But yeah, it's been suggested a bunch of times, and I'm trying to cram in as many views as I can before the end of the month. Today's the 29th, and you know, obviously, the more views I get in the month, the more money I get in my monthly payment and whatnot. You know, I'll be as transparent as possible. I figured what gets the most views on my channel? NASCAR reactions. So let's get into it. Today I've got a day of pretty much just exclusively NASCAR reactions. As I said before, these guys are my patrons. Please consider becoming one. The link to watch the actual video without my reaction and all that sort of stuff is also in the description. So yeah, check out the description if you're bored, but let's get into it. Thanks for clicking on the title or the thumbnail or whatever it is you click to get here, you guys. If you didn't come here via a notification or your subscription bar because you haven't subscribed as yet, do me a solid, hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 5,000 subs by the end of 2020, which is this year, obviously. And yeah, I'm on about 3.5 now, and I can't get there to 5,000 without people like you who stumble across my content and decide they like me. So do me a solid. But yeah, before we get into it, Tiregate, I'm presuming, is like either different brands of tires, like, because I know they're all Goodyear now, right? But maybe it was like Goodyear versus Michelin versus Bridgestone or something like that. I don't know. And I'm presuming it has something to do with the actual rubber of the tire, because obviously more, like the softer the rubber, the more grip you're going to get. The more grip you get, the better you're going to be able to drive, you know what I mean? The faster you're going to be able to go. And so I presume it's going to be about different brands, tires being different, like density, if that makes sense. But we'll see how we go.
The same team keeps...
Let me start this again.
It's a scandal. Week after week, the same team keeps winning. Anonymous sources say they're cheating, and it's time to tell everyone.
Ooh, all right. Oh, what a start to the video. Good stuff, mate. Got me right in, you know? There's the hook.
Thus was the controversy surrounding Jeff Gordon's record-setting year in 1998.
Jeff Gordon. All right.
After winning his 9th race of the season, Gordon's team was publicly accused of
fan favorite. You know, lots of my subscribers like him.
Manipulating their tires in order to get an advantage. For several weeks, NASCAR was consumed by the Tiregate controversy.
Okay.
And it's the Farm Aid on CMT 300 coming at you live right here on TNN Motorsports.
On August 30th, 1998, Jeff Gordon won the Farm Aid on CMT 300 at New Hampshire International Speedway. The summer of '98 belonged to NASCAR's newest superstar. Gordon's victory at the Magic Mile was his 6th win in 8 races.
His 8th win of 1998.
Wow.
37th career victory.
Following him all the way, Mark Martin had 5 second-place runs and a win in those same 8 races.
Sort of like Harvick and Hamlin this year, just top 2 going at it, basically.
But Gordon's win at New Hampshire was suspicious. Despite winning the point, Gordon fell back through the field. By lap 100, he was running 16th. On lap 200, he rose to 7th.
Okay.
The race changed on lap 231 when race leader Mark Martin spun Rich Bickle while lapping him.
Okay. It's unfortunate for the lapped car.
Here's what happened.
So what? I presume Gordon's gonna fucking run the field and get up into 1st, and somebody's gonna be like, "What gives?"
Gordon's team took only 2 tires and moved from 5th to 1st.
I mean, that's not that big a deal, is it? 4 positions. And, like, I mean, admittedly, he only took 2 tires, but, like, that's Jeff Gordon, you know what I mean? Like, it's not necessarily cheating just because he got 4 positions. Like, I saw Kyle Busch in the truck series last week or the week before or something, literally went from last to 1st because of some penalty that he'd had or something like that. So it's like, it's not like, you know, like, yeah, it's not like it's guaranteed cheating as far as I'm concerned, you know what I mean? But we'll see.
It seemed his car just got off faster with only 2 tires. Those who got 4 couldn't pass Gordon as he led the final 67 laps.
He won't force the issue, looking for his third win in New
Is it out of the question that he's just a really good driver?
Colors again, heading to victory lane. Jeff Gordon and the Rainbow Warriors take on 2
The Rainbow Warriors.
that stripped before back at lap
That's
230.
definitely had a different meaning in 1998 than it does now.
And what followed after the race was astonishing.
Unless they're like
It was a
super
rare
inclusive or
case of
whatever.
a team owner claiming a competitor was cheating and telling on them to NASCAR.
Alright, so somebody tried to rat on Jeff Gordon evidently.
Earlier that week, Martin's owner, Jack Roush, was sent something interesting in the mail. It was an anonymous letter and some tire softening chemicals. Whoever wrote the letter claimed Jeff Gordon's team was using the highly illegal substance to treat their tire.
Tire softening substance. So obviously if the tire's softer, as I said at the start, that means that it's got like more grip on the track, obviously. But is that like a tire softening substance? So they're getting the tires and then they're making it softer themselves. It's not like a factory standard thing.
Advantage. If the tires were softer, or at least just a few sets of them, they'd have more grip. After winning 6 out of the last 8 races,
I always feel smart when like they say something after I've just said it, because I'm like, all right, I'm on the right track. That's good. That's good.
especially only 2 tires on New Hampshire, Roush went to the officials. Shortly after the race was over, NASCAR placed Gordon's pit stall on lockdown.
Ooh.
NASCAR sealed off Martin's
They're gonna grab your tires.
pits and confiscated several sets of tires for testing.
And despite Roush making the accusations, officials did the same to Mark Martin's pit because of how well he had been running.
Yeah, makes sense.
As NASCAR confiscated the tire supply of both teams, an argument broke out in the garage.
Well, presumably the accusation wasn't just for the one
car
team.
was tight by putting on
Sorry, I'll stop
tires.
talking over them.
Confiscated the tire supply of both teams. An argument broke out in the garage. Ray Evernham claimed Gordon's car was tight. By putting on 2 tires, he was able to make the car turn better. That's why he was faster. Angry over the implications, he entered the Martin garage stall to confront Roush over the allegations. The angry car owner ordered him to get out before Evernham empathetically replied, "Air! Air's what we put in there."
Fair enough.
Tire softening chemicals were a widely known product in auto racing, legal some places, illegal in NASCAR.
Alright.
Soaking the tires meant applying the chemicals at a race shop, allowing them to soak into the rubber and eventually making them softer with more grip.
Okay.
The good stuff was supposedly undetectable by any form of analysis.
Oh, alright.
The
But
treated
that's...
tires could then
That's rough, right? Because if it's undetectable, you can basically just throw an accusation out there and there's no way of proving you wrong. So if there's somebody that's just beating you week in, week out because he's good, you go, oh, he's cheating, he's using that tyre stuff. There's no way to prove against it. And then it's like, yeah, I can see where the controversy is in the back and forth, you know?
NASCAR rules allowed tires not used by a team earlier in the season to be brought back to the same track and used later.
Alright.
NASCAR took the tires and sent them away to a laboratory. Everything that
if they're
went into that
undetectable,
rubber would supposedly be found. While they waited for the results to come back, bystanders were treated to a week-long back-and-forth public argument between everyone involved.
Yeah, playing that out in the media.
You know, we're doing good, and everybody thinks we're cheating. People are crying about tires and all stuff. They can do whatever, but, you know, I wish this team would stop getting picked on. You know, people really need to start paying attention to what's going on.
Fair enough.
The 4 car is running around there, you know, as a 4th through 10th place car on 4 tires and puts 2 tires on at the end and picks up 7 or 8 tenths. And that's really incredible. I don't know anybody else who can do that.
Well, DuPont's definitely
Is
got
it
something.
like is it too much of a stretch to say that that's just because they've got Jeff Gordon? Like, is that,
Or maybe go fast.
you know what I mean? I don't know.
And picks up 7 or 8 tenths. And that's really incredible. I don't know anybody else who can do that.
Well, DuPont's definitely got something you can put in your car to make it go faster, and that's called Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, right?
The only
Like,
disappointing thing to me is Jack Roush took away from our win, Gordon told the media. I lost a lot of respect for Jack. I hope he'll apologize to our team. They
fuck, you
don't
better not have been
deserve
cheating
that.
after coming out with comments like
If
that.
anyone is going out there cheating and getting away with things, I don't know how they could live with themselves
Ooh,
afterwards.
those are strong words.
Ray and guys on our team have a conscience and want to do it fair and square.
Oh, fuck, I hope someone wasn't
Evernham
cheating
was a
behind his
little
back.
more angry. Honestly, 15 years ago, probably if I was back in New Jersey, I would have driven up behind the truck and slapped Roush around.
All right.
Evernham said in a Charlotte Observer article. But I started to realize that it doesn't matter what people say about you.
Fair enough.
Jack Roush is ignorant of this sport. I've grown up in this sport, he continued. I'm not an engineer, but this is what I do. I know how to do it. I do it better than them. So what he's got to say really doesn't hurt me.
Fucking A, strong words. God, I hope they weren't cheating now.
Material from a reputable source indicating that the tire softening agent was undetectable and that my competition was using it. Meanwhile, Roush refused to back down from his claims and from his sources. The thing that motivated me to speak out was the fact that I had received some material from a reputable source indicating that the tire softening agent was undetectable and that my competition was using it. Roush. It came with instructions on how to use it and was packaged in such a way that I believe it was being disseminated in the garage area.
But see,
despite the ongoing,
because obviously, if given that quote, he's right. You know, like if somebody said, "Hey, this guy that keeps just beating you is cheating, and this is how he's doing it, and this he won't get caught." Like obviously, you would bring it up and go, "Hey, is this a thing? I would like to win." You know what I mean? Like, but this, I can see the controversy.
Of catching anything or low.
Sorry, I spoke over it again.
I believe it was being disseminated in the garage area. Despite the ongoing laboratory testing, expectations of catching anything were low. I don't think they'll find anything, Mark Martin said. Roush agreed.
See, the thing with that is, as well, sorry, I know I'm pausing a lot, but the thing with that is, as well, is that if it's undetectable, like, all you got to do is suggest that somebody's cheating, you know what I mean? Like, if nobody can be if it can't be found whether or not they are cheating, it throws this, you know, mud sticks. And if you just go, yeah, no, that guy's not a champion, he's a cheat. Oh, we can't prove it either way. There will be a section of the community that just views him as a cheat forever, you know, even though there's no proof either way. So
ended the week of controversy where he started it, in Victory Lane.
Well, this is about what happened last year, although it was closer to the end of the race when Jeff Burton trying to pass Jeff Gordon. So here goes Gordon on the inside. He's got that spot, and there's nothing Burton can do except Jeff go ahead. Now try to go back on the inside. Can he make it stick?
All right.
Oh, this is tough.
He's got the outside line.
And Gordon does have the lead.
Gordon extended his points lead by 132 points. In the analytical lab, it will be very, very obvious if someone soaked the tires. No one can get away with it because the tire is changed.
All right.
Tony Freund, Goodyear. A week later, the lab results came back. There was nothing wrong with the tires. While the altering chemicals claimed to be undetectable even in lab testing, Goodyear said that was just advertising.
Okay.
Who was right? Could it be caught or not? Either way, NASCAR was satisfied.
No cheating involved. All right.
Gordon eventually won a modern era record 13 races in 1998 and earned his third championship in 4 years.
Yeah, righto.
He has to chase the car up the hill. Can Jerry get back on the lead? If Gordon wins, he ties the record of 13 wins in a season established by the King, Richard Petty, in 1975.
All right.
Jerry said his car's tight. Just said right there. 5 laps to go because he is sixth. And the white flag is going to come out.
Right. So he gets over the line again, evidently.
A lap to go. And he's got about a 0.6 of a second lead on Dale Jarrett. With Mark Martin running back in third, but he's more than 2.5 seconds behind.
Okay.
On the 35 car of Darrell Waltrip.
Yep, gets around the lap car.
Mark is established and put in the record book.
What is DuPont? Is it like paint or something? I don't know.
1998. Jeff Gordon wins the Napa 500. It's his 13th victory of the year, and he ties Richard
13 wins in 1 year. That's huge.
NASCAR created a new rule which banned teams from bringing their own tires to the track. Going forward, all tires had to be bought at the track.
That'll do it.
And mounted by Goodyear on race weekends. The rule change ended any controversy about manipulation. Teams just had to find new ways to accuse their opponents of cheating.
Yeah. That's interesting. That's super interesting. We've only got a couple of seconds to go. That's good. Wow, there's somebody in the cut-through talking just as I finished. Of course there is. That's handy and helpful. Anyway, hopefully it doesn't ruin the audio and stuff. That was really interesting. That was really cool. What do you guys think? Do you think that Jeff Gordon was cheating? Let me know in the comments section below. That sort of answers my... Like, I was about to have a question of why like, Goodyear is the only tyre everyone has. And that's because it's NASCAR says this is the only type of tyre you're allowed. But, I'm sure there's controversy around that as well, you know? Like, the Michelin, is it just a money thing? Like a Michelin or somebody else trying to get in and be like, use our tyres instead? Yeah, are they contractually obligated to use Goodyears? Like, do they have to use that every season? Or is it, like, negotiated and stuff? Like, we want to use from this manufacturer or what? That's interesting. I didn't think that would be a thing, but evidently it is. That's really cool. All right, I'm going to film some more and I'm going to, you know, try and pile up the NASCAR content today, so for the next couple of days I can get as many clicks as possible. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please consider joining these guys on Patreon. They, you know, pay my bills and whatnot at the moment, especially with my wife not working because of our new baby and me not working because I'm an immigrant and I'm not allowed until my green card is approved. So yeah, these guys, they're solid, they're awesome. Money is awesome. I like money. Having more of it would be convenient. Please click the link in the description, that'd be dope. But yeah, I'm gonna get on with it. Alright, so I'll see you guys when I look at you. You'll see me when you look at me. Thanks for watching.